Nobody told you that rabbits have a love language, that they receive care in a specific way, on a specific frequency, and if you're not speaking it, no matter how much you feel, they can't hear you. Most owners spend years loving their rabbit in a language their rabbit doesn't understand. It's not their fault, they just didn't know the words. These are the words. 1. Get on the floor. Most owners approach their rabbit standing up. They reach down, they lean over, they call from across the room, and they think their rabbit is just being shy or skittish or not quite warmed up yet. But here's what's actually happening. Your rabbit is a prey animal, and in the world their instincts still live in, the world they've never fully left. Height means one thing: predator. Every animal that has ever wanted to hurt a rabbit has come from above. An owl, a fox, a hawk dropping out of open sky. So when you stand over your rabbit and reach down toward them, their nervous system isn't reading affection. It's reading a shape it was born to fear. Getting on the floor isn't a quirky thing rabbit owners do. It's the daily act of removing yourself from the category of threat. You are saying, with your body, what you cannot say with words: I am not above you. I am not coming for you. I am just here. The difference in how your rabbit responds, the way the ears soften, the way they might actually move toward you instead of away, that's not coincidence. That's their nervous system exhaling. Do it today. Sit on the floor near them. Don't reach. Don't call. Just be at their level and wait. Watch what changes. 2. Let them come to you first. Most owners initiate contact. They see their rabbit nearby, they reach out, they pick up, they pet, and it feels like love. Because for us, reaching towards something is how affection moves. But here's the thing. Your rabbit experiences being reached for very differently from the way you experience reaching. Every time you initiate contact before your rabbit has chosen to come to you, you are making the decision for them. And rabbits bond through choice, not through handling, not through proximity, through the specific experience of deciding on their own to be near you. The research on rabbit social behavior in colonies shows this clearly. Bonded rabbits don't chase each other, they wait. They make themselves available, and they let the other animal close the distance. You've been the one closing the distance, which means your rabbit has never had the chance to feel what it's like to choose you. Tomorrow morning, don't reach. Sit near them, make yourself available, and wait. Some owners who try this for the first time are stunned by what happens next. Not because their rabbit does something remarkable, because they realize their rabbit has been wanting to come to them all along. They just never had the space to do it. 3. Move slowly, every single time. Most owners assume their rabbit has gotten used to them, used to the way they walk, the way they move through a room, the way they sometimes reach suddenly for something nearby. And in one sense, that's true. Your rabbit has learned that you specifically are probably not going to hurt them. But here's what most people don't realize. A rabbit never fully stops reading sudden movement for threat. That reflex isn't something they grow out of. It's not something familiarity erases. It lives in a part of their brain that is older than bonding, older than trust, older than anything the two of you have built together. So every time you move quickly around your rabbit, not toward them, just near them, you're sending a signal into that ancient part of their brain. And the signal says, something changed fast. Be ready. Animal behaviorists who study prey species describe this as a chronic low-level stress response. The body never quite settling, never quite deciding the environment is safe because the environment keeps surprising it. Your rabbit can love you and still be living with that hum of unease every day. Slowing down costs you nothing. To your rabbit, it's the daily proof that this space, the space where you are, is the safest place they know. That's not accommodation, that's devotion made visible. And here's where it gets even deeper. 4. Talk to them, every day, like it matters. Most owners feel a little embarrassed about this one. They talk to their rabbit when no one's watching, then feel slightly ridiculous about it. We've all done it. But here's the thing. Science says you should be doing it more, not less, and with more intention than you probably have been. Rabbits cannot understand your words, but they are exquisitely sensitive to vocal tone, rhythm, and consistency. What your rabbit is listening for isn't meaning, it's pattern. Your voice, used daily and calmly, becomes a sound that their nervous system learns to associate with one specific thing: safety. Researchers studying rabbit stress responses have found that familiar, calm human voices produce measurable physiological changes: slower breathing, reduced alertness, lower cortisol. You're not just talking to your rabbit when you do this. You're conditioning their nervous system to recognize you as calm, as safe, as the sound the world makes when nothing is wrong. Think about what that means. Every single day that you speak to your rabbit softly, while you move around the room, while you refresh their water, while you just sit near them, you're writing yourself into the definition of safety inside their body. Not in their mind, in their body. That's not small. That's the whole thing. And by the way, remember what I mentioned at the start about a love language your rabbit has been waiting for you to speak? We're almost there. And the reason I saved it for last is because once you understand it, every single thing before it will land differently. 5. Let them leave. Every time. Most owners follow their rabbit, not aggressively, just naturally. The rabbit moves away, the owner shifts toward them, closes the gap a little, tries again. It feels like persistence. It feels like not giving up on the relationship. But here's what your rabbit is learning every time that happens: that moving away doesn't work. That distance isn't something they're allowed to have. That being near you isn't always a choice. Sometimes it's just what happens because you're bigger and you want it. Some owners take this personally. Don't. Your rabbit moving away isn't rejection. It's a test. Not a deliberate one, but a real one. What they're finding out is whether their no means anything to you. And here's the truth that most owners never sit with long enough. The rabbit that is always allowed to leave is the only rabbit that is truly choosing to stay. Every time you let your rabbit go without following, without trying again immediately, without taking it personally, you are proving something. You are proving that being with you is a choice they get to make. Not because you trapped them into it. Not because you outlasted their reluctance. Because they wanted to. That's not you being passive. That's you giving your rabbit the only thing that makes their affection real. 6. Be consistent. Show up the same way every day. Most owners think routine is about convenience. Feeding schedules, cleaning schedules, the logistics of keeping an animal. And they're right that it matters for those reasons, but they're missing what routine actually means to a rabbit at a deeper level. Your rabbit is a prey animal, living in a world they did not choose. They cannot read a calendar. They cannot prepare for change. What they can do, what their entire nervous system is built to do, is read patterns. And when the patterns hold, something happens in a rabbit's body that has no direct equivalent in ours. Their threat detection system quiets, not because they've decided you're trustworthy, because the evidence keeps arriving day after day that nothing bad comes from this direction. Ethologists who study prey animal behavior describe predictability as the primary currency of felt safety. Not affection, not handling, predictability. The rabbit who knows when you'll appear, when the hay comes, when the room goes quiet. That rabbit's nervous system is living in a completely different world from the rabbit whose environment keeps surprising them. When you show up the same way every day, you're not being boring. You're being the most loving thing a prey animal can have. You're being something they can count on. What they're telling you, without a single sound, is, I know you're coming, and I'm not afraid. 7. Learn to speak the one word they've been waiting to hear. Remember at the beginning, I said your rabbit has a love language, that they receive care on a specific frequency, and if you're not speaking it, they can't hear you. This is it. Most owners make one of two mistakes with eye contact. They avoid it entirely, worried it feels intrusive or threatening, or they look at their rabbit without thinking, a direct, sustained stare that in the animal world means only one thing: predator assessing prey. Neither of those is the word. The word is a slow blink. Here's what's actually happening when your rabbit half closes their eyes in your presence, lets their eyelids drop, and blinks slowly in your direction. They are performing, in the only language available to them, an act of radical vulnerability. They are briefly surrendering their most critical defense, unobstructed vision, in front of the one thing in their world they've decided is safe. That's not a small gesture. For an animal that survives by seeing everything, closing their eyes is the most trusting thing they can do. And when you slow blink back, holding their gaze softly, letting your eyes close slowly and open again, you are answering them in their own language. You're saying, I see you. I'm not a threat. I choose this too. Researchers studying human-rabbit interaction have documented measurable increases in approach behavior in rabbits, whose owners regularly return slow blinks. The rabbit physically moves toward the person more, initiates contact more, chooses proximity more. Not because of training, because of recognition. Your rabbit has been sending this word to you, possibly for years. Today, you finally know how to send it back. Not because they had to wait, because you just learned the language, because your rabbit never needed you to be perfect. They needed you to be present, predictable, and willing to speak in a way they could actually hear. That's the whole language, not grand gestures, not expensive things. The small daily choices that tell a prey animal, again and again, that they are safe with you. Your rabbit has been reading those choices since the day you brought them home. Now you know what to say.